Let's make Mgbadume or bread buns. I know during your childhood days you had these as snacks when you were going to school. The unique thing about this recipe is that you do not need egg and it's not even compulsory for you to add butter. These are the ingredients that we'll be using: our flour, melted butter, sugar, baking powder, salt, cinnamon for flavor, or nutmeg, then baking powder. You do not need melted butter. For melted butter, you can use vegetable oil, it's fine. Don't worry, the ingredients and the detailed measurement will be in the description box. Adding your flour into a bowl, go on now to add in all your other ingredients. It is so straightforward and you do not need so much ingredients to get this recipe together. Add in a little bit of salt and your flavor choice. You can decide to use nutmeg, you can decide to use cinnamon, cardamom powder, any flavor of choice is fine. The flavor you use will give your bread buns its own unique taste and flavor. Go on now to add in your vegetable oil or melted butter. One of the secrets you must take note about this recipe is that you do not need too much vegetable oil or butter. A little will go a long way because you know you are frying this recipe and you do not want your recipe coming out dripping with oil. Add in your water in bits to get your dough together. I use 500 grams of flour for this recipe, so I used about 1 cup of normal temperature water or 250 ml. You can use more or less. Cover your dough and allow it to rest or sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. This is very important. It just allows all the ingredients to settle in your flour and gives your flour more yummy taste. Go on now to flour your surface and knead your dough a bit for like a minute or two, then roll till flat. Make sure your surface is properly flat. This is important because it makes it easy for you to roll and work with your dough. Roll your dough till not thin. Your dough should be a little bit thick. Just roll your dough a little bit. You want your bread buns to have this thick look and texture. That is where the beauty is. Trim out the edges and cut out your dough like so. It is very easy because it's like chin chin. I'll call this, my kids call this big chin chin because it's just like chin chin, just that you're not adding milk, you're not doing so much. But the unique thing is that it's easy for you to cut out your dough recipe because the dough is big. You're cutting out big chunks of your dough. So even a child can cut this out easily without stress. After cutting them out, properly make sure they are not stuck together. Place them in a tray. If it's a non-stick tray, place them like so. If it's not a non-stick tray, sprinkle a flour in your tray and place all of them in there. Go on to fry consistently on hot oil on medium heat. Your oil should be hot, not too hot because you don't want your bread pot getting burnt, but hot enough for you to fry. Your oil should be bubbling like so. Add in some quantity of your bread buns into your oil. Stir continuously, flipping to the other side until you get this even golden brown look all the way through, like what you can see here. Take your bread buns out of the oil, set in a sieve or salvet to strain excess oil, and this is the yumminess you get at the end of the day. Take note, you do not need too much baking powder for this recipe, and we got about 40 pieces from these bread buns using 500 gram of flour. So if you're thinking of business, you know this is a steal, is a win-win. Looking at the ingredients you use and the quantity you got, my dear, you will make loads of profit selling this recipe. Thank you so much for stopping by Debbie's Kitchen. Do like, share, and follow for more. God bless you.